starting right here, this little red icon means it's plugged in. When we do turn it on, it is persistent, which means it's going to just remember the last setting you were in. Really nice if you kind of just like come and go. You don't always have to be like reconfiguring it. So we have H1, which is the manual low mode, then H2, which is like manual medium, H3, that's like manual high. Don't really know why they don't just say low, medium, high. We can also, right here, using this little sandwich icon, toggle between modes. So right here, now it's on temperature setting mode. I typically keep it at 66. And then we can go here, which is going to be fan only. So we'll go back to my preferred setting there, which is 66. We have our plus and minus buttons where we can toggle our set temperature. This button right here toggles oscillation. And then finally we have a timer setting here, anywhere from 0 to 12 hours. Now if you'll notice one final icon here, it's this little speaker icon, and that function is only accessible through the remote. So if I toggle that, now I have confirmation beeps. So needless to say, I normally keep the confirmation beeps turned off. But other than that single function, toggling the confirmation beep, the remote and the top panel here have the exact same functionality. Now over on the test bench, I've got my amp meter set up. We'll start by looking at H1, which again translates to low. Interestingly, it starts out at 10 amps before ultimately settling in around 8, almost like it smartly gets the heating element to temp, then backs off the power. Very nice. In any case, this translates to 960 watts. Medium, or H2, runs at 11 amps, or 1,320 watts, while high gives us about 12, or 1,440 watts. The ultimate cost to run would depend on your electricity rates, but here in Seattle I pay 14.5 cents per kilowatt hour, which means this Dreo space heater would cost me 13.9 cents per hour on low, 19.1 cents per hour on medium, and 20.1 cents per hour on high. Not particularly cheap, but then again, heaters use a lot of energy. Sound-wise, we've got 50 decibels, 18 inches out from the unit. That is not much at all. The camera isn't even picking it up. That said, in person, you will notice a low fan noise. Turning on the thermal camera, and we see that for the most part, heat is contained to the element. It's been running for about 15 minutes in this shot, and aside from the grates immediately up front, the rest of the unit is warm but not hot. Now when the room is to your desired temp and you're ready to turn off, you'll notice a slightly unexpected behavior. If we hit the power button, we have a 30-second countdown here. So that turns off the heater immediately and then kind of just uses the fan to flush out any residual heat in there. We've also got a fall sensor. So if it does happen to get knocked over, it'll give you this little P4 error, immediately cut power to that heating element, and then even if you tilt it back upright, it'll still start that countdown saying the heating element's still off. It's just kind of flushing the air through there to cool down the heating element, and you'll have to restart it. The last thing I wanted to show you guys is we do have a dust filter here on the back. Pops right out, is cleanable. So that might require some periodic maintenance. Not exactly going to filter your room, but it should keep dust out of the heating element. So overall, it's a great little unit. I'm mainly thrilled it has a digital thermostat, as the older analog ones were quite inaccurate. Furthermore, it's quiet and looks nice. I don't know how much more I could ask of a space heater.